Hey everyone, it's Sean McKenzie, your local real estate agent in the Phoenix and Tucson area. Wanted to send a quick video and explain what the earnest deposit is. I know that everybody talks about that, and that's the number one question I get when we're about to write an offer and possibly get accepted. The earnest deposit is almost like your good faith money that you are going to open the escrow account, start the work with title, and go through the process of buying the home. That dollar amount can be any dollar amount. There is no specified amount that you have to put as your earnest deposit. Sometimes sellers will ask for a little bit more. Sometimes they may ask for it to be non-refundable after we go through the inspection period. We're not really seeing that right now like we were 6, 7, 8 months ago. And so whatever you are comfortable with, I usually start at $1,000 and then kind of work my way up from there. Sometimes I do 1% of the purchase price, so for a $300,000 house, it'll be $3,000. But just so you know, my job is to protect that money at all costs, right? So when you do that earnest deposit, you open up the escrow account, and that's when all of the stuff with title starts to happen. We do all of our inspections, we go through and ask for repairs and all that good stuff. Within that inspection period, if for whatever reason there's something about the house that you maybe don't like anymore, or there's just something about the house that we found out in the inspection period that you don't want to even deal with or ask the seller to repair, or if the seller just doesn't want to repair any of the major issues in the house, we have the final say in the contract of what happens. So if you decide that you just don't want the house anymore, you want to go back out and look for another house or a better house, or maybe just a seller that will be more cooperative, we can cancel the contract and we will get that earnest money back. It will be refunded back to you. On the flip side, we also, for that earnest deposit, we also put that towards your down payment. So that whatever money you put in, that will also go towards your down payment and closing costs at the very end. That's what it gets used for. Another way that we could get the earnest money back is if something happens with the appraisal process and the appraisal comes in low and we can't come to an agreement to come to that new appraised value. Again, you have the final say if you want to cancel that contract and you get that earnest deposit back. So my whole thing is to make sure that that is protected and that gets back to you if we decide to cancel at any point in the contract when we are allowed to. So just wanted to share with you what the earnest deposit is and what everything entails with that and how I work to make sure that that's protected at all times. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to me, but always use me as your realtor out in Phoenix and Tucson. I'll make sure you have the greatest experience and it's stress-free as possible, and it's also really fun and you get a great home.